Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my Creative Time with Emma, and also welcome to our very last day of our February sneaky peeks. I am so excited. I saved the best for last. Well, to me, they were all the best. This release, I have to say, I loved every single one. Sometimes on my releases, I like one just a little less than the other, but this one, I like them. I love them all equally, and I hope all of you do too, okay? And usually I'm sad at this day that it's the last day, but to be honest with you, I'm actually happy. Not because I haven't enjoyed playing with this set, but I am anxious and excited to see what all of you do with this release once you get it in your hands. So just to recap, all of this entire release, there's going to be 10 sets, not 10 stamps, not 10 dies, just 10 new products all together, and they will all be available tomorrow morning, which is Friday the 15th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We are showcasing 3 items today. Okay, so remember last week, now you can, if you want to go back, I'm not sure if you were a follower of my blog or not, but on, let's see, last Thursday, I actually showed these 2 sets in its entirety in my video. They actually went to the winner of my challenge. So it's definitely, you might want to look into my challenges because I do have some fun prizes, okay? So anyways, the first item that I had made for you today, it's one of my newer sets called You're My Pot of Gold, and that has a set of 4 stamps along with this cutie patootie little clover, little 4-leaf clover die right there. Isn't that so cute? As you can see, it has my stitching on it. I added just a little bit of bling in the center. This is one of the sentiments. I wish you a happy St. Patty's Day, and I actually made this for one of my sons, his favorite teacher. I think she's going to love this. And here again goes my doily die, and I'm so over the moon excited about that doily die because you could use that. I mean, you know how it's usually all the doilies are white. You could totally bust out any color you want, pattern paper, whatever you want, and it's going to look beautiful. Okay, you see how pretty, you can see all the detail, and I love this. So anyways, I'm crossing my fingers that I could get this done. I am going to have a little tutorial on each one of these products. So when you go to purchase the item, there's going to be like a little video you could click on. It'll say click here to view video, because like for example with this doily die, you are definitely going to need one of those metal adapter plates. I think I have some in my store, but if not, you could get them. I'm not, if you could go ahead and Google them, but I think I have some left in my store. If not, any kind of shim, because since all of the beautiful detail in this doily die, I highly recommend a shim or one of those metal adapters, okay? So I just want to give you a heads up right now, and be prepared to have all those little tiny circles all over your craft room. But it's so much fun. I loved it. Okay, so anyways, basically what I did was I used the ribbon, the little hemp, and then this little hemp also, Liz's Paper Loft Boutique, my tag die for the actual tag. And I like giving tags, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's a switch up between a card, and there is room to write on the back. And what I do is I slip them into the little glassine bags that Miss Liz's Paper Loft Boutique carries in her store. She carries the glassine bags that you could go ahead and put this into. I still make cards, but for some reason this is just so much easier just to go ahead and just throw together. If you're in a pinch or in a bind, this is definitely quick to throw together. And I definitely want to give this to Anthony's, one of his favorite teachers, because this is perfect for her. So I'm so glad I got her little St. Patty's gift out of the way. So anyways, this stitched button is from, this is just another one of the little shapes that are with my stitch button dies that I'm coming out with, and there is a dozen of them. I believe there's a dozen of them, and this size, that's a smaller size, and there's a bigger size that you can layer on top. Okay, and then this here, these 2 pieces here are coming up that I'm going to show you in a minute. But isn't this super duper cute? It's like, again, ribbon, hemp, all the hemp from Liz's Paper Loft Boutique. Okay, such a fun little fun set this is, okay? So anyways, my next item is, I actually showed this one to you as well. This one is called To My Best Peep. And here goes one of the sentiments: a basket full of love just for you. And this cutie patootie little bunny is included in that little tiny mini set. Again, it's called To My Best Peep, and that one consists of 8, I believe 8 sentiments with this cutie little die. Isn't that so adorable? Now, do you recognize the little handle? Remember the jars, the little chunky jar dies that we showcased yesterday? Well, this is the handle to one of the jars. And then I was determined to put this little guy in a basket, something you gotta have to have something. So I'm not sure if any of you recognize this, but that one stamp set that I've been using, Here's Looking at You, well, this is the hat die. So what I did was I went ahead and I cut that out, and I made a little slit using my X-Acto knife, kind of stuck the bunny in a little bit, and that I embossed my little chicken, I think it's called spring chicken background. I clear embossed that to make it look really pretty. I really love the way this came out. Isn't that so beautiful? And then again, and there goes the button. So here goes an example of what the buttons look like, okay? Let me get my little pointer here. You see the bigger button right there? That's the bigger button. That's a smaller button. Just an example of how you could layer them on. And again, that's just another shape that comes with those buttons. So now you don't have to worry about ever trying to find a button to match, because you could just go ahead and just whip up your own. And then you see that beautiful one right there? That is also from the Stitch Button dies. This one I cut out using balsa wood. Isn't that so pretty? So anyways, there goes the ribbon. Then so everything, the hemp, all the hemp is from Liz's Paper Loft Boutique. And then the rest, and this here is actually from my vintage label dies, which are back in stock. I got another question, and I did update my store, by the way. Those vintage label dies are back in stock, okay? So anyways, that is my second item for you today. So this one is To My Best Peep. And this also I showed in that video last Thursday, so you might want to check it out if you want to see, if you're anxious to see what that stamp set looks like in its entirety before tomorrow. Okay, can I get a drum roll, please? I am so super excited with this next one. This one here, I just want to give you a heads up right now. This is not going to be available in my store, okay? Because this is a bigger die, and I kind of broke it up into 2 sets because it doesn't look big when I show you. I'm going to show you what it makes first, and then maybe you'll understand, because you're probably thinking, that doesn't look like it would be a big die. So anyways, this is my brand new. I figured I have my bubblegum treat box, my lollipop holder. We needed a new addition to my little treat box section. And this is called the Treat Slider, okay? So anyways, isn't this so super cute? The way I designed this, there's scallops along the edge, okay? And what you would need is some sticky tape to put it together. And then what I did, and so there's stitching along the scallops, and then stitching on the side, on the little part we slide out. But before I go there, I just want to quickly do a little rundown for you. I actually use that little, you see that little, the hint of doily die right there? Well, see, just so you won't waste your doily, if you go ahead and you decide to cut it off the side of your tag, or, you know, your card or what have you, save it, okay? Because that's exactly what I did, and I used it for this. Now, of course, by right, it should have went all the way there, but you know, I kind of touched the other end, but I figured, you know what, I thought it gave it just a little bit more contrast, and I just loved it. So anyways, this little cutie patootie little ice cream die is from one of my existing sets called Celebrate Good Times. And then here I use my ticket die, which went lovely with this, and Happiness Keeps You Sweet. This is from my brand new More of My Favorite Sayings, okay? And I just threw some hemp. You definitely want to tie something around this, because the way I designed this little box is that if you don't tie it, it is a little loose and it will fall. The reason why I did that, there was a reason, okay? Because I want you to be able to have different options of what to put inside of this, okay? And I'm going to give you a quick measurement of it really fast, okay? Okay, from here to here. So basically it's about 4 and 1/8 this way, okay? And then this way is, let's see, 1 and 6/16 that way. And then this way is 5/8 this way, okay? So it's a good little size. It's not humongous, but it's a perfect little treat box. You could put money, you could put cash in here, you could put different candies, you could put Smarties. I tried Smarties in here, I tried the nuggets, I tried the little chocolate eggs they have now, and jelly beans. Super cute. I am so in love with this. This was I cannot be more proud of this one. So anyways, the reason why I made it where it's a little bit, it's not super loose, so I don't think it's going to go fall out the minute you pick it up. Just I suggest to tie it, to finish it off with the ribbon. Or I have also another way for you to package this, but I'm going to show you this right now. Okay, isn't this super duper cute? Okay, so what I did was I included stitching here on the box as well, only because if you have these little cellophane bags, just using this one as an example, I have a better one. They're little, I think it's a Ziploc, I can't remember, but they're 2 1/4, and this one's a bigger one. I have, the ones I have to go with this are 2 1/4 by 8, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't make an example, but I'm just going to quickly show you right now. The reason why I put stitching here is because I wanted you to have the option of storing them in the little, I think they're called pretzel bags. I'm pretty sure that's what my design team member, Miss Cher, said. If not, you could definitely, she said you could get them at Joann's or Michael's, I think, but you could also get them from clearbags.com. So the reason why I added the stitching is because if you wanted to store it in the bag, and this way it looks really pretty through the clear bags. And then did you notice those? Remember that little sentiment here that I made? Well, anyways, that are those little, I call them little, they're little wrappers, okay? And you could use them to use them as a little belly band to go like around like a little set of pencils, it'll go cute around a little set of crayons. My sister had a birthday party she went to, and what they did was they just got a bunch of little crayons and they tied them together, made like a cute little belly band, and they put the little girl's birthday party, all of her information. I thought that was a really super duper cute, clever idea. So you could use those as belly bands. There are 2 in here, so I just wanted to I'm trying to slow down and show this to you, all the features that this does, because it's an amazing die, and I think you could do so much. Like I always say, possibilities are endless, okay? So anyways, you could store it in the baggie, okay? And then what I'm going to show you here, this comes with 2 little, I'll call them little label wraps, okay? And what I, like I said, I left it a little bit loose. I didn't do it super tight because I want you to be able to decorate the top of your little candies. Whatever you decide to put in here, if you have something a little bit tall, you could fit in here. But this is not the same size as this. As you can see, it's a little bit, you see how it's a little bit shorter? And I did that, you know, for a reason, so you could see your candies. I didn't want to do all that work and then just have you not see any of it. I wanted you to see a hint of it, you know. So anyways, this here I put one of my stitched buttons, my stitch button die, and I actually tied some embroidery floss. But if you see this, okay, this is one of the wraps, and I'm going to actually show you the die in a minute, okay. There are 2 wraps to this, okay. The first one, the reason why I did stitching underneath the first one, only because if you wanted to just do it, if you don't have time to sit there and get fancy schmancy and throw the second layer on top, you don't, because you could just go ahead and just use this and you know, just go ahead and just use this by itself and just wrap it up with some pattern paper, and you'll still have the pretty stitching. That's the reason why they're a little bit more in, because if you do decide to do the second layer, which is this right here, it covers up that stitching because you don't want it to be, you know, OD with stitching. So I just thought that was very subtle and very pretty, and it looks really pretty. I just love it. So anyway, so that's that right there. And then it just goes in, you just go ahead and just slide it in. Hold on, let me just tuck my little ribbons in there. And then it just slides in beautifully, just like so. And you see what I'm talking about, how you can still see it? That's why I left it this a little bit shorter than that, okay? Super beautiful. I just love it. I mean, just think how cute these would be for even for graduation. Throw, like, I have a little graduation hat, die, throw that on there, throw some cash in there, roll up a little check or something, and with their little Smartie in there. How cute would that be? Okay, so anyways, that is just one example of this. Okay, I only made two. I really wanted just to go crazy with this, but I was pressed for time because I have a million things to do. Okay, so anyways, I love this one. Okay, this one I actually did using some clear acetate. I still call it clear cardstock because I actually found this at my local stationery store, and it's a pretty good thickness to it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I use the clear for the top part. And see how I'm so happy I almost didn't do it. At the last minute I added the stitching to the bottom box, and thank God I did. It's because when you do a clear, now it just looks beautiful all the way around. And what I did with this one was I just got this stuff right here. This stuff, and the thing is that, of course, I'm pretty sure the stores have the little Easter grass out already, but the store I went to didn't have it yet. So I pretty much had to make do with what I had. So I used the paper shreds, and then I added some jelly beans in there. And this is one of the sentiments that go with To My Best Peep. It says, "Hope your day is filled with lots of jelly beans." And it fit perfectly into my little stitched ticket die. And there goes that little bunny again. How cute is this? So anyways, I took the little bunny out of pattern paper. Now, as far as these two pattern papers goes, I can't even tell you where we got them from, because my mother and I and my husband, all three of us, were testing out the doily dies before we sent them out, because we want to make sure they all worked perfectly, because they're such a detailed die. That's why I said I highly recommend the adapter plate, because that's what the adapter plate was made for, is specific dies like this that are very intricate and have a lot of detail to it. So therefore, a lot of my paper was cut. A lot of my 6x6 pads that I never used, that I haven't used in such a long time. So I said, you know what, so now I have tons and tons of beautiful doilies to work with. So that's why you see this one here. So I apologize everybody, but I don't know where it came from, but there's a lot of cloud paper out there nowadays, and you can even make your own. And there's tons of this pattern out, and you can make your own with that as well. But how pretty is that? I don't want to open it all the way because the little jelly beans are in there. But you can stuff the jelly beans in there, and that's why I'm so happy I made it a little bit higher the top, because you can do this. Okay, everybody? So anyways, let me show you what the die looks like really quick, okay? Here it goes right here. Now, I'm not sure if I said this earlier, but this die is only going to be available for pre-order. I'm not even going to include it in the entire bundle, only because I'm hoping if you do want this, you place an order separately, because this is going to be a 2-week turnaround, okay? So please allow 2 weeks for me to get them back in stock, and then when they're back in stock, I will send them out right away, because these are this is probably my most expensive die, because I split them up. I could have done them really long, which will still be, it would still cost too, but I kind of want to stick with what I had said before in the past, that I want to be able to make my dies to fit into your Cuddlebugs. I don't want you to have to spend money to get the extenders, so this is the reason why I'm trying to stick with the ones that do fit in your Cuddlebugs. And these are wired together, so you can take them apart. So basically, this is what it looks like. This is the actual slider part, the cover part. And all you would need to do is use some sticky tape here, this little sticky tape, or the red tape, whatever one you have. Put it on the side, close it up. And this is one of the cute little label wrappers. You could use this not only to wrap your candy, but to use it for sentiment as an actual tag, like a little, what do you call it? A little label to put your sentiments on, like the bigger sentiments. So that's the top part, and then this is the bottom part, okay? So this is the bottom part of the box there. This is a cut mark there, and all you would have to do is just put a little piece of tape on 1, 2, 3, 4 corners to close it up. And I will have a video on how to put this together, and like I said, it will be in the store portion, okay? So anyways, this is that bottom label right there, and if you saw on the very first day, Miss Katie, I believe, when she did her sneak peeks for the More of My Favorite Sayings, she used this die right here to put her sentiment in, and I thought it was super perfect. So So much to do with this. I haven't even scratched the surface on what you could do with this. So plan on seeing this a lot here because Easter's coming up, and just think of for the holidays, oh my God, this is going to be such an amazing die to work with. So like I said, this one is definitely going to be a pre-order item like forever. Okay, because I can't carry this in the store because, and I don't know how many of you are even would be interested in this. So I just want to let you know, a heads up, this is available. This is going to be available for pre-order all the time. Okay, so this is a pre-order item only. So if you place your order, if you decide to get the whole bundle, I suggest get the entire bundle. If you get the whole bundle, okay, get that first and then pay for this separately, because this is going to be shipped out separately, and it'll just make my mother's life tons easier, because it's really hard, and if you have to do it together, that's fine, but it'll be easier for her to manage if it's a separate order, so she won't have to worry about, oh my God, I don't want to miss that one. I hope I don't, not that she would forget to send it out, but at release time it could get really overwhelming for us. So we just want to make sure we still maintain the best customer service that we can for you. So if you are interested in this, if you can make this a separate order, that would be great. But if you can't, I'll understand too. It's okay. But just keep in mind, this is a 2-week turnaround. So definitely if you place your 2 orders, this will not be in there. Okay, so I just kind of want to make that extra clear, just in case I don't want to confuse anybody. So I hope you are excited about this release as much as I am. I am just over the moon excited. I just can't get over all the cute stuff. Even my awesome design team has totally outdone themselves with this release, like they always do. How cute is this? I just can't stop looking at this. Super duper cute. So anyways, everybody, that is a wrap. Okay, so what you would like to do is definitely hop on over to my blog to see what my design team has done with these awesome products for you today. And then don't forget to leave your comments to see, and then I'm going to be picking another winner tomorrow morning. Okay, so I don't have the winner for yesterday for the video right now, so you might want to head on over to my blog at www.creativetimefribby.com, and I will tell you the winner will be posted there. And what else? So basically, yeah, just spread the word, Facebook, whatever, leave comments on our blogs. There's not necessary to leave comment on every single blog, but it just kind of gives you more chances to win. And don't forget, tomorrow, this whole release will be available at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the morning. And it will be at my store, and it's my-creative-time.com. So mycreativetime.com, but don't forget to put the dashes, and I'll have it here. You'll see it pop up in the window here. Yeah, and I think that is it. I'm trying to think of anything. Oh, and then our blog hop, most important thing. You definitely want to hop with us tomorrow, because, and I'm going to be hopping right along with you, my design team has some super amazing projects lined up for you tomorrow. So you will get tons of inspiration before you even get this release in your hands. Okay, everybody? So thank you again so much for all of your comments. Have been amazing. Every time I get a chance, I check them, because you guys are totally just making my day, and it's making my heart smile. So anyways, everybody, have a fabulous day, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when our blog hop begins. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.